This is News 8 Now, this morning.
Hunting continues to be safe in Wisconsin. We contributed this success from all these efforts and for the decline in incidents. Again, in 1966, we had 264 incidents. Last year, 2021, we had 12 incidents.
We sent out an email to all the employees at Mayo and the Onalaska campus here, and they responded quite generously.
This way they got something else to do besides just play with trucks. They can do coloring and learn things from them books. There's a lot of different stuff in those books.
It's amazing how many people do need, but it's amazing how many people have come out just to help the community and help this project grow.
Good morning, everyone, and thanks for joining us on this Wednesday, November 23rd of 2022. I'm Ken Kozorowski. That's Derek Sibley. Hey. Derek, just one more day until Thanksgiving. Sure, a bunch of viewers are going to be traveling at some point today. I'll actually be one of them after our noon show. I'm going across the state with my wife, Leah, for Thanksgiving with her extended family.
Awesome.
Derek, where are you headed?
Yeah, I'm actually heading west toward Minnesota. Going to go to the Twin Cities and visit some family over there. So that should be a good time. Looks like we're both traveling, Ken.
For sure. Do you bring any food, or are you totally off the hook?
Yeah, so I'm going to bring a dessert and then going to cook a couple of dishes while I'm over there.
Okay, wow, that's way more than I'm doing. I mean, like, Leah's grandma hosts the entire extended family, so everything's kind of taken care of.
Nice.
So it should be a good time. But for the people that are going to be traveling, like you and myself, what's the travel conditions like going to be today?
Yeah, I think you're going to like what we see here today. And stay tuned at the end of the segment. I do want to show you what's going to happen for Thanksgiving tomorrow. I've got a neat graphic for that. But temperatures as you head out the door into the teens here for the most part. Now, if you're about central from about La Crosse south, you're feeling a bit of a warmer difference this morning. So lucky for you, you're about 5 to 10 degrees warmer than what we had yesterday. Let's get to your day planner. You're going to notice that temperatures will be into those upper 20s starting around 9 o'clock, and then we should be warming up into the mid-30s by 11, warming up to 39 by 1, and then check out 3 o'clock. 42 degrees, lots of sunshine, slightly mild out there, but believe it or not, it's pretty seasonable though for this time of the year. We should be into those low 40s, and then we will continue to remain that way through at least the evening hours here as well. Skies right now, satellite and radar looking very quiet here across the local area, and we will continue to remain that way, but not so much for Thanksgiving Day tomorrow. You'll be noticing that skies throughout the day will be mainly cloudy. Temperatures will be mainly into those low to mid 40s here yet again, Ken. And at the same time, we could be talking about maybe a slight chance of a shower or a drizzle, but for the most part, we can expect those cloudy weather conditions tomorrow, Ken.
Thanks very much, Derek. Well, we've had some areas hovering around 40 yesterday. Most mornings we're certainly feeling those cold temperatures, and when winter comes around, home heating bills can sometimes be painful. According to Xcel Energy, Coulee Region homeowners can expect bills to rise this year by 23%, or about $200 a month.
With winter weather right around the corner,
typically call the winter heating season the months of November through March.
La Crosse homeowners can expect a high energy bill.
You're looking at probably about $200 more a month this year than last year.
Xcel Energy representative Chris Willett says energy costs have risen to the highest prices in 14 years because there is more demand for natural gas.
The United States just has not been able to keep up with that with that production. So it really is more of a supply-demand issue.
As the cost of living also increases, more people are applying for energy assistance.
Every year we see an increase, or we see the same amount for applications that come in.
La Crosse County offers assistance to low-income homeowners through its Home Energy Plus program.
How many people are in the home, how many rooms, your usage, and your income as well.
Energy Assistance Coordinator Christy Mott says homeowners who qualify can get a one-time payment of up to $600 made directly to their heat or electric company.
You could apply once a year and you would get that one-time benefit, and that's what it would be.
Mott says La Crosse County will accept applications until May 15th.
It is a rising cost with our energy costs right now, so it's good to kind of reach out for help. Anybody should.
If you don't qualify for county help, Willett suggests you reach out directly to your energy company.
We will work with them very closely to make sure that they are put in touch with the right resources that would be available to help them out.
Reporting in La Crosse, Thue Esrar, News 8 Now.
And if you are an Xcel customer, a spokeswoman says the company will help customers who are falling behind on their bill to create a payment plan. Wisconsin's gun deer hunt is off to a rocky start. According to DNR data released on Tuesday, hunters have killed 14% more deer than they did in 2021, and there's still 5 days left in the season. However, 6 total gun-related incidents have also been reported, including the death of an 11-year-old boy. Now, wardens say the number of gun-related incidents are fewer than in previous opening weekends. It's a drop that they credit to Wisconsin hunter safety programs.
Hunting continues to be safe in Wisconsin. We contributed this success from all these efforts and for the decline in incidents. Again, in 1966, we had 264 incidents. Last year, 2021, we had 12 incidents.
The DNR says all hunters should still brush up on their gun safety knowledge. The 9-day gun deer season ends on Sunday. Wisconsin lawmakers are debating how to spend the state's projected $6.6 billion surplus next summer. Republicans want to make what they call transformational tax law changes. Assembly Speaker Robin Vos and Senate Majority Leader Devin LeMahieu say they want to get rid of a tax paid by businesses and lower income taxes for the wealthiest filers. Governor Tony Evers has rejected those ideas in the past, and Republicans don't have enough votes to override a governor veto. President Biden says he will extend the pause on student loan repayment again. The announcement follows a barrage of lawsuits aimed at stopping the Biden administration's student loan cancellation program, and after a federal judge in Texas blocked the entire plan, calling it unlawful. The president's plan would cancel billions of dollars in federal student loans. The White House says millions of applications have already been approved.
But I'm completely confident my plan is legal. But right now it's on hold because of these lawsuits. We're not going to back down, though, in our fight to give families breathing room. That's why the Department of Justice is asking the Supreme Court of the United States to rule on the case.
According to the White House, payments will restart 60 days after the Supreme Court makes its decision, or on June 30th, whichever of those may come first. A developer wants to build more affordable housing in the city of La Crosse. For the past few months, the Economic Development Commission has been planning for the River Point district. That's that area of land directly across from the Festival Foods on Copeland Avenue. On Tuesday, the committee heard from the developer of the proposed Driftless apartments. Those apartments will be renting at no more than 30% of the tenant's income. The committee did not vote on the plan, so a final decision has not been made. However, La Crosse Mayor Mitch Reynolds says that no matter what happens, he's excited about the River Point district's future.
It creates essentially an entirely new neighborhood for the city of La Crosse. It's incredible that we're at this point finally where we can start building things there, and I couldn't be more excited.
Reynolds says the city expects to start work either on infrastructure or the apartment project next year. 'Tis the season to be on the lookout for porch pirates. La Crosse police say people steal packages year-round, but during the holidays, there are more packages to steal. Police suggest signing for deliveries or scheduling them when you're at home. If you can't be at home, ask one of those trusted neighbors to grab those deliveries for you. Police say some packages require extra precautions.
For example, a lot of people that will order something from Best Buy, it's going to be more of like a technology, or people would assume a technology item and a high value to it. So they may be looking for those boxes that have that company or business name on them.
Makes a lot of sense, right? Police say if you have a security camera, that won't necessarily prevent theft, but it may help police arrest the porch pirate. If you see someone you believe is stealing a package, call the police department's non-emergency number. We have it on our website, news8000.com. I'll read it to you now as well. It's 608-782-7575. While some people travel, others are getting ready to cook a turkey at home for their gathering. If you plan to fry your turkey, there's some safety rules to follow. Now this here, video of firefighters in Texas, showing us what can happen if you have too much oil in the fryer or if you put a frozen turkey into hot oil. Now, it's not just the turkey to worry about. If you splash water in a pan with hot oil, that can go up in flames too. Firefighters recommend taking extra precaution.
You don't want to have the fryer too close to a structure. If anything happens, it's going to easily become a structure fire. You want the oil and the water to never ever mix, so if it does catch fire, don't use water or a hose to put it out, and never keep the cooking stuff unattended.
If a fire does happen, put baking soda on it or smother those flames with a lid. If a bigger fire happens, be sure to call 911. While it's normal to enjoy cocktails during holiday dinner, we know when you do, it's then dangerous to drive. AAA is giving drivers a lift through its Tow-to-Go service. That service available starting today through Monday. So if you can't drive or get a ride, call that number on your screen and a tow truck will take you and your vehicle to a safe location. Now the program is open to both AAA members and non-members, and it's free, but AAA does ask that you treat it as a last resort. Residents at a Winona nursing home got an up-close look at some of America's birds of prey. River Valley Raptors brought a hawk, a kestrel, and an owl to Lake Winona Manor. Caregivers like to bring these kinds of experiences right to their residents because many have mobility issues that make it hard for them to get out. Recreation specialists say for residents who come from rural areas, seeing these birds can bring back memories, and there was a big turnout for this visit.
This has been awesome. We actually have some residents down here that probably haven't been out most of the year out of their rooms. They don't like to come to big group activities, and they were very excited about this. So it's really neat to see people out and about for this.
Caregivers say after visits like these, residents with dementia often leave in a better mood. Still ahead on your morning news, with more people traveling post-pandemic, a good percentage of them planning to go pretty far away from home this holiday weekend, and a La Crosse community group delivering Thanksgiving dinner to 100 families in need. But for now, we're sending you to break with something to put the good in your morning. A Madison restaurant celebrated a unique milestone on Tuesday night: 1 million old-fashioned drinks sold. The Old Fashioned Tavern and Restaurant opened its doors back in 2005. Restaurant staff didn't want to make just one old fashioned. Instead, they made a big batch that added up to 600 of them so that every customer had the chance to partake in the celebration. Attendees were also able to join a raffle for prizes including free hats, t-shirts, and even a trip for two to Northern California. And as a UW-Madison alum, I gotta say, the Old Fashioned, one of the best spots to go if you're around that Capitol Square, and excellent cheese curds too. Take my word for it. The time is 6:11 on this Wednesday, the 23rd. Don't go anywhere. More News 8 Now this morning after the break.
City Cam 8 definitely looking quiet there with mainly clear weather conditions, and our satellite and radar picture is confirming that. Only a few clouds that continue to move across the Coulee region with temperatures this morning mainly into the teens, but some of us are into the 20s like across our central zones here this morning with La Crosse at 23. All right, so for your zone forecast today in La Crosse County, our high temperatures will be a little seasonable here for this time of the year with highs into the low to mid 40s. Looking at highs approaching 50 though if you're in Lansing, 47 in Viroqua, much warmer though down south such as Steuben. You'll be looking at highs reaching around 51 today. Highs at 43 in Arcadia and 48 today in Sparta. You're looking at 44 though if you're in Black River Falls, and Trempealeau at 45 degrees. A little cooler here across the north zones with a mix of clouds and a lot of sunshine. Temperatures into the upper 30s to low 40s in Eau Claire. Schoolcast this morning, partly cloudy, 23 degrees, and 37 and lots of sun for the lunch hour. Still looking very sunny around dismissal time with temperatures at around 41. So to come, we'll have a check on the weather forecast a little bit later in weather.
Amazon's Kindle is now 15 years old. The company launched the e-reader device back in November of 2007. When it was introduced, the Kindle pushed the publishing industry to further embrace digital books. The Kindle continues to see demand as a reading device for a handful of reasons, including its simple design, size and weight, a long battery life, and lower cost content. Tech insiders say Amazon will likely keep selling the device for a long time. A Senate antitrust subcommittee is planning to hold a hearing on the lack of competition in the ticketing industry. The decision comes a week after Taylor Swift fans experienced Ticketmaster site crashes and cancellations while they were trying to purchase concert tickets. No date or witness list has been given from the subcommittee yet. Ticketmaster, meanwhile, has denied accusations of anti-competitive practices and points out it's been under a Justice Department consent decree since merging with the parent company Live Nation back in 2010. Starbucks is closing the store in Seattle where employees were the first to vote to form a union in the chain's home city. A company spokesperson cited safety concerns as to why they're shutting down the location. The store will be closing on December 9th. Union organizers see these decisions as the company's effort to hit back against their efforts in collective bargaining. The location is the fourth union store in Seattle to be shut down by the company since July. This holiday season is predicted to be one of the busiest on record and one of the priciest. AAA projects more than 54 million Americans will travel 50 miles or more this Thanksgiving, the third busiest period since the agency started tracking data in 2000. Our Wendy Gillette reports on this year's most popular destinations.
Husband and wife Kevin Telly and Becky Kiley are joining the estimated 49 million Americans hitting the road this week.
Thanksgiving, we're driving up to Minneapolis from Chicago.
AAA says 4.5 million people will fly to their Thanksgiving destination despite higher ticket prices. Priceline estimates domestic flights this holiday season are 15% more expensive than last year. International airfares are 20% pricier.
Clearly, fuel prices are up over 50% versus even a year ago. And of course, just inflation in general, the cost to staff the airlines, the cost to service the planes, et cetera, all lead to higher airline prices.
But that's not keeping travelers from taking the vacations they desire. Hot holiday destinations include New York, Atlanta, Las Vegas, Orlando, and internationally, Europe, Tokyo, Dubai, and the Caribbean. In Aruba, arrival numbers are setting records above pre-pandemic levels, according to the Tourism Authority.
Here at the Renaissance Wind Creek, which has a private island where flamingos roam free, more than 80% of rooms are already booked for the holidays, with most ocean suites sold out.
It's a similar situation at the Marriott Resort and Stellaris Casino, where we stayed for a special rate. It's almost 95% sold out for the holidays.
There was a lot of pent-up demand. People have waited to travel for about 2 years. We have a lot of regular guests who've been coming to Aruba for many years.
Hotel rates for international destinations are a better bet than those closer to home. According to Priceline, holiday prices are up 7% in the U.S. from last year, but have stayed flat overseas.
I could just feel that warmth in that Aruba video. If you're driving this week, analysts recommend leaving early today before 11 a.m. and to not drive between 4 and 8 p.m. on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday.
23 degrees is the temperature now in La Crosse. Southeast winds here at around 5 miles an hour. We are looking at a feel-like temperature of 17 when you factor in a bit of wind outside now. In Eau Claire, you're at 16 degrees with clear skies, and winds are looking calm, so no wind chill factors here to be concerned about, though. Temperatures further east, though, are into the teens. Black River Falls is currently in the single digits at 9, Volkfield's at 15, Eau Claire's at 16, but you can see a lot of us here this morning are into the low 20s. But it is a bit of a change here compared to the last 24 hours, especially from La Crosse County and south. We are looking at temperatures at least about 5 degrees warmer, if anything, compared to this time yesterday. So at least some good news there. And our temperatures will continue to warm up, as a matter of fact, as long as we continue to see sunshine, especially combined with the south wind. We'll be into the 40s, though, as we head into around 5 p.m. We forecast highs today in La Crosse reaching 42. It'll be 47 today in Sparta, and a high of 44 is expected in Black River Falls. We're looking at 41 today if you're in Eau Claire. Check out the 50s, though, down south, Basketball, Prairie Shane, 50 to 52 degrees. Upper level high pressure system is in control. That's why the majority here of the northern USA and, of course, the Midwestern United States is also looking quiet here. And that does include us here in the Coulee region, only a couple of passing morning clouds. And we do expect that trend to really just continue throughout the day. Maybe a couple of patchy areas of some fog here this morning, but for the most part, things should remain nice and dry. And a south wind here today, keeping us relatively warm here as well. We start to see some increasing clouds, though, as moisture increases thanks to a cold front position to our west, which is forecast to move through the area heading into later in the day tomorrow. And we will expect some cloudy weather here associated with this trough with the front here moving through. And there is a slight chance of a drizzle. Other than that, skies will remain pretty cloudy throughout the day. We're really not going to see a whole lot of sun for tomorrow. We'll be looking at the cloudy skies lasting into early in the day Friday before we start to see some clearing as we head into Friday afternoon. And we'll welcome back the sunshine here yet again. Let's plan your Turkey Day forecast for tomorrow. Things are going to start off pretty cloudy. And again, maybe a couple of areas of drizzle here between the early to late afternoon. And that slight chance of drizzle will continue into the evening. Temperatures warming up into the low 40s come the afternoon. Let's get checked now on your 8-day forecast, and you'll see that we will be looking at the mainly sunny weather here for Friday. High of 44. We warm up to 47 degrees for Saturday. Hey, we'll take that. And then we drop into the low 40s for Sunday and Monday with a chance of showers here Tuesday and Wednesday of next week, and low temperatures in the 20s and 30s. Stay with us, though. We're back with much more news and weather still to come here on News 8 Now. But for now, we are sending you to break. Do we have today in history? Yes, we do. There it is for November 23rd. We'll be right back. And welcome back. We are looking at mainly quiet weather conditions moving through as only a couple of clouds move in across the Coulee region from the west. It's 23 degrees if you're waking up with us in Winona, and 16 though. Good morning to you in Eau Claire. Much colder there. 9 degrees, Black River Falls. 23 is the temperature now in La Crosse. Dog walking conditions this morning look pretty good. Partly cloudy, only a few clouds, and seasonable temperatures here for the afternoon with lots of sunshine. Looking at partly cloudy weather conditions for the evening. I'll be back with a commute forecast coming up in just a bit.
Welcome to the Blitz. Bring on some high school hoops. The girls teams tipping off their seasons last week. Now it's the boys' turn, and a couple of our area squads tipping off the regular season last night at Sparta High School. Spartans at home playing host to GET. Redhawks coming out red hot in this one. Pick it up first quarter off the steal. Cody Schmitz taking it all the way and rocking the rim. 7-0 GET out of the gate. Still in the first now, Will Mack pulls up from deep. The senior knocks down the three. Redhawks open the game on a 12-0 run. Spartans trying to get back in this one. Nice fake here from Layden Bender. The senior buries the triple. Sparta finally gets on the board, but the Redhawks, they respond. Nice crossover here from Schmitz. The junior knocks it down. Redhawks in complete control. And then it's Braden Anabas catching fire in the corner. The junior drills the three. How about the opposite corner this time? Same result, absolute money. GET jumps ahead by 20. All Redhawks last night as they open the season with a W, 85-51. The UWL men's basketball team is off to a hot start, 5-0 on the year. Eagles at home last night hosting Ripon. Eagles soaring in the second half. Craig Steele from downtown, he had 18 points in this one. 29-point lead for the home team. Then check out the hustle on the other end. Will Furman going all out, the block, almost getting the save. Eagles coming to play on Tuesday night. Now watch this backdoor play here from Jake Gross. Nice cut to the hoop. Strong drive and finish for the sophomore. Eagles go up 60-33. They kept pouring it on. Later in the half, Austin Westra going to work in the post. Pretty footwork and finish off the glass. Then it's Tanner Resch going to work. The sophomore flies to the cup and lays it up and in. UWL stays perfect on the year. Eagles improve to 6-0 as they get the win 86-57. That'll do it for the Blitz. We'll see you tonight.
Breaking overnight, Elon Musk's controversial handling of Twitter layoffs is being felt around the world. After hundreds of Twitter employees logged off for the last time last week, now comes a high-profile departure. On Monday, Eric Zuckerman, the head of U.S. news partnerships at Twitter, said he's leaving the company. And in Europe, Damien Vial, the head of Twitter France, announced his departure from the company, simply tweeting, "It's over." A shooting at a Walmart in Virginia Tuesday night left several people dead or wounded. Though the exact numbers were not immediately known, police say the shooter was among the dead. It was the second high-profile shooting in a handful of days. A person opened fire at a gay nightclub in Colorado late Saturday, killing 5 people and wounding 17. And the shootings come in the wake of when a gunman stormed an elementary school in Uvalde, Texas, which killed 21. Qatar's last-minute decision to ban alcohol at World Cup stadiums has left Budweiser with a whole lot of extra beer. But the brewer has come up with an innovative way to offload it. Budweiser tweeting it will ship the unsold beers to the winning country and host the ultimate championship celebration for them. The World Cup runs through December 18th, so we'll have to wait till then to see who gets all that bud. Final preparations are underway in New York City for the Thanksgiving Day Parade. The iconic balloons that soar above the route will be blown up tonight near Central Park. The popular children's character Bluey makes her debut, while Greg from Diary of a Wimpy Kid gets an updated balloon, and Baby Shark gets a first-of-its-kind balloon and float combination. Holiday traveling can be chaotic. You either forget something you need or something you don't. And for those who are flying out to Minneapolis to beat the ticket prices, well, here's some tips on how to prepare so that everything goes nice and smooth.
They're flying near.
We're going to South Bend, Indiana.
And far. Very far.
Kenya, Nairobi.
The airport has important travel tips for all these people.
Arrive early, at least 2 hours before domestic, 3 hours for international.
But experienced travelers like Katie Quigg are a great source too.
Having like that inch of, like a little bit of patience, not getting too short with everyone because everyone's at the airport, and just you don't want to like ruin your trip before it even begins.
Maybe not everyone is at the airport, but how's 35,000 on Wednesday sound? that's essentially back to pre-pandemic levels.
It comes in waves, right? Morning is a big wave, especially the day before Thanksgiving. Don't be fooled if someone tells you, I went to the airport and it wasn't very busy, because within an hour that could change.
Just like the check-in and security lines, don't forget that picking up from the airport can get very crowded too. The best way to handle it, according to MSP, is wait in the cell phone lot, then meet your passenger at either the arrival level or the departure level, whichever's less crowded. Little life hack.
Where to even begin?
Katie's got one
So
more.
if you're changing from like climates, like a coat to take off and sweatshirts because it gets cold on the plane, but layers are key.
David Schumann, WCCO 4 News.
AAA says 90% of people travel by car, and they say the best time to leave is early morning so you get that chance to beat traffic. When families sit down for Thanksgiving dinner, there's a good chance the turkey on your table comes from Minnesota. There are nearly 700 turkey farms in the state, raising more than 40 million birds. 3 major processing companies also provide thousands of jobs. And following tradition, Minnesota turkey farmers are donating to food shelves all across the state. A man in Kendall is one step closer to making Christmas better for children from Ukraine. News 8 Now first introduced you to Kale Kvistad earlier this year. The woodworker made 200 trucks for Ukrainian children who were forced to flee their homes because of Russia's invasion. At a recent doctor's appointment, Kale was telling his physician what he was up to, and she was so inspired she asked her co-workers to help. Together, they donated 200 activity books.
We sent out an email to all the employees at Mayo and the Onalaska campus here, and they responded quite generously.
This way they got something else to do besides just play with trucks. They can do coloring and learn things from them books. There's a lot of different stuff in those books.
And with the help of another community member and donations from the public, Kale says they are donating trucks, books, and some crayons that will be shipped to the hands of the young Ukrainian refugees, and it'll be just in time for Christmas. Kids and their families gathered at both the Boys and Girls Club of Greater La Crosse on Tuesday night to celebrate Thanksgiving. The clubs had enough food to feed more than 100 people. The Boys and Girls Club paired up with Hope Restores for the feast. Along with turkey and stuffing, the essentials, families enjoyed mac and cheese, sweet potatoes, and collard greens. For the clubs, it's a way to connect with the families that they serve.
They get to see our staff in a different light. Our kids get to have more fun. And we just get more of that relationship building with parents and not just the kids as well. So it's a big event for us to really serve food for anybody who may need it, but also just connect and bond with the families that we serve at the Boys and Girls Club on a daily basis.
And the event also included activities for families and a raffle. A La Crosse community group is making it easier for some families to gather around the table. As News 8 Now's Emily Haugen found out, it's a tradition that keeps on giving.
Every family is feeling the strain this holiday season.
I remember growing up and my mom always was struggling with bills, and we really didn't even have a lot to even eat at sometimes.
For some families, Thanksgiving isn't possible.
It's a really hard time for the parents because they don't know what to tell their kids, that they don't have enough money for even just a meal. And here we are, we're giving back.
Years ago, one group came together to offset those costs.
I started this to make sure that they have everything that they need for their families.
On Tuesday, volunteers packed 100 Thanksgiving boxes for families in need.
It gives them pride to be able to cook, and we provide everything for them.
And they were hand-delivered by strangers turned friends.
Hello, Irene. Hi, Irene. It just makes my heart warm that we're doing this, so.
This year, Heather Silvers added to the baskets, contributing household essentials to 38 families.
Just thinking how good it's going to feel for these families to have not only a nice meal, but also, you know, they can have all the tools they need to clean up and stay healthy.
Help for the holidays made possible thanks to volunteers and donations.
It's amazing how many people do need, but it's amazing how many people have come out just to help the community and help this project grow.
Removing some of the financial barriers from a Thanksgiving tradition. In La Crosse, Emily Haugen, News 8 Now.
Members of the Everyone Needs a Helping Hand group help people with different needs year-round. We've posted a link with more information on how you can help at news8000.com. Just a friendly reminder, the Salvation Army of La Crosse is still accepting gifts for the Angel Giving Tree program. You can choose a tag from a tree at the Onalaska and La Crosse Walmarts, Pizza Ranch, and Advanced Auto on Losey Boulevard. Then you shop for the child on that tag. You have until November 30th to get gifts, put them in a gift bag, and return the presents and the tag to the Salvation Army. If you'd like to volunteer to hand out gifts or prepare food boxes, you can sign up on the Salvation Army's website. The Salvation Army is also recruiting more bell ringers to tend to their famous red kettles. The campaign is incredibly important to the initiative. The donations you make over the holiday season support Salvation Army programs all year round. To sign up to Ring, go to registertoring.org.
Temperatures this morning are mainly into the single digits and teens. And yes, I said the single digits because you could see Black River Falls and Eau Claire currently at 16 degrees at the moment, so slightly warmer there into the teens though. Volkfield's at 15, and we're seeing the central zones mainly into the 20s. For today, 42 degrees, mostly sunny. Overall, a seasonable day here during the afternoon with a south-southeast wind helping out to warm up those temperatures at 5 to 10 miles an hour. For tonight, we drop down to 34. Not too bad, but watch out for some patchy fog out there, especially overnight into early tomorrow morning. Cloudy skies, south-southeast winds at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Things are looking quiet right now. Only a couple of clouds across the Coulee region at this time. We'll be looking at mainly clear weather conditions for that morning commute for you, followed by lots of sunshine for your lunch hour. And only a few clouds may sneak in again as we head into the late afternoon to early evening commute back home. But stay tuned. I'll have a final check on that full weather forecast that's coming up a little bit later in weather. Ken?
All right, Derek, thanks very much. Not looking too bad. An iconic rock band is hosting its 3rd annual charity event, and they plan to donate 100% of their proceeds. We have that story and more coming up in your Buzz Report. It is 6:39 a.m. More News 8 Now coming up after the break.
Temperatures in La Crosse are at 23 degrees under those clear skies in place, as you can see behind me there from City Cam 8. We're also looking at a southeast wind around 5 miles an hour, so that is making our feel-like temperature at 17 thanks to the wind chill effect. Let's take a look now at Eau Claire. Currently clear skies here for you as well. Temperatures colder though at 16 degrees. We are looking at wind speeds looking nice and calm here though, so no need to worry about wind chill concerns there. Meanwhile, if we go east here towards Black River Falls, you are the coldest right now at 8 degrees, feeling the single digits there for you. Volkfield's in the teens at 15. We're looking at 21 right now in Winona, so slightly warmer. 18 down in Boscobel, 23 Prairie du Chien. But overall, especially if you're about La Crosse County south, we're looking at warmer conditions here this morning compared to the last 24 hours at least, about 5 degrees warmer or so compared to yesterday morning. 37 and sunny here is what we can expect at noon today, followed by 40 degrees, partly cloudy skies. We'll start to see increasing clouds though, temperatures at 37 as we head into the early evening hours. And our forecast highs today, check this out, we'll be mainly into those low to mid 40s. It'll be 47 degrees today in Viroqua, but look at Boscobel and Prairie du Chien into the low 50s. A lot of us are going to be jealous here, especially if you're not further south, but we will be mainly into those low to mid 40s pretty much everywhere here today for the most part. All right, so our satellite and radar picture is looking very quiet. Upper level high pressure system is in place and only a few passing clouds this morning across the Coulee region, and that trend will continue really throughout the morning. A couple areas of some patchy fog are possible before that clears off as we head into the late morning. Throughout the rest of the day, we'll get that south wind along with lots of sunshine. So a nice day with seasonable temperatures are in store before the cloudy weather begins to move in as we head into tonight. Out ahead of this front, that's going to bring increasing moisture here along with it. So for Thanksgiving Day, because remember, this is going into tomorrow, it's definitely going to be a cloudy one. Maybe a slight chance of a drizzle here possible as well. We'll get to that here in a second. And you can also see cloudy weather will continue through tomorrow night and also into early Friday morning. Still dealing with those clouds and maybe a little bit of some patchy fog for Friday morning as well before we start to see some clearing skies take over once again. Lots of sunshine. Notice the southwest winds there to help keep our temperatures pretty mild. All right, so let's break down your Turkey Day forecast for tomorrow, starting off mostly cloudy during the morning and then mainly cloudy throughout the rest of the day with a slight chance of drizzle. Our temperature is at 43 at noon and then 40 degrees by 5, looking at 35 as we head towards the 8 o'clock hour with still that slight chance of a drizzle still possible. Let's get checked down your 8-day forecast. So after Thanksgiving, things will turn mostly sunny for Friday with a high of 44. Saturday looking good, partly cloudy, very mild. Look at that high of 47 degrees, and then we drop down into the low 40s. Sunday and Monday, slight chance of a shower possible Tuesday and Wednesday with lows into the 20s and 30s. Don't forget to download the First Alert weather app for free on the Google Play or Apple App Store, and you can take that 8-day forecast no matter where you are.
In our Buzz Report this morning, the new trailer for the long-awaited Avatar sequel is here. It's coming more than a decade after the 2009 James Cameron film raked in more than $2.7 billion at the global box office. It remains the highest-grossing movie of all time, visually stunning as we've seen all over. It's set to open December 16th with tickets already on sale. The movie is the first of 4 planned Avatar sequels. Cameron has been working on The Way of the Water since 2013. Paramount is releasing the 1987 Thanksgiving classic Planes, Trains, and Automobiles with bonus material. The road trip buddy movie classic starring Steve Martin and the late John Candy is 2 strangers who embark on a cross-country adventure to get home for Thanksgiving. There's also a documentary about filmmaker John Hughes and a tribute to Candy, one of my all-time favorite movies. Metallica's annual Helping Hands charity concert will stream on Paramount Plus in the U.S. and Canada on December 16th. The concert takes place at the Microsoft Theater in Los Angeles. It's the 3rd edition of this concert, but the first time it'll be streamed on a major platform. It'll also be streamed on Pluto TV and on YouTube. The concert benefits the band's All Within My Hands Foundation. The foundation works with partners around the globe to fight food insecurity, provide aid after natural disasters, as well as supporting education. And 100% of the proceeds from this will go to charity. We are heading to break with today's Look Who's 8.
All right, Ken, I want you to correct me if I'm wrong on this here, but I want to say happy 8 months to Wyatt, or was that Watt?
Wyatt.
Wyatt.
That's
okay,
right.
He's a happy baby who loves to talk and eat. Happy birthday.
Happy 8th birthday to Camden. He is an independent 8-year-old who loves to read, fish, and play with his dog, Loki.
Happy 80th Thanksgiving birthday to Pat. Now, Pat loves playing bingo, going to VFW, and watching the Packers.
All right, hoping for a win this Sunday night against those high-flying Eagles. If you know a special someone turning 8 months, 8 years, 18, 80, or 88 years old, we would love to feature them.
Yeah, just upload their photo to our website, news8000.com, and you want to look for the Submit Pictures button. That's under the Home tab on our website.
Nice and easy to do it. Well, stay with us. We have everything you need to know today in 5 minutes or less. The time is 6:48 a.m. Your morning news now, coming up next. Time for your morning news now. A La Crosse community group is making it easier for some families to gather around the table this holiday season. At Everyone Needs a Helping Hand 6th annual Thanksgiving dinner box giveaway, volunteers helped 100 local families make a Thanksgiving dinner possible. Those boxes were filled with Thanksgiving dinner essentials, including turkey and stuffing. They couldn't help everyone in need, but organizers say they are grateful for this community response.
It's amazing how many people do need, but it's amazing how many people have come out just to help the community and help this project grow.
Here, some got even more. Pullman mom Heather Silvers, with the help of people from the group, offered baskets of household essentials to 38 families. All of this was free for those families and made possible by donations and volunteers to remove some of those financial barriers from the Thanksgiving tradition. Kids and their families gathered at both the Boys and Girls Club of Greater La Crosse on Tuesday night to celebrate Thanksgiving. The clubs had enough food to feed more than 100 people. The Boys and Girls Club paired up with Hope Restores for the feast. Along with the turkey and stuffing, families enjoyed mac and cheese, sweet potatoes, and collard greens. For the clubs, it's a way to connect with the families that they serve.
They get to see our staff in a different light, our kids get to have more fun, and we just get more of that relationship building with parents and not just the kids as well. So it's a big event for us to really serve food for anybody who may need it, but also just connect and bond with the families that we serve at the Boys and Girls Club on a daily basis.
The event also included activities for families and a raffle.
Temperatures this morning into the low 20s. We warm up into the upper 20s by 9, followed by mostly sunny skies. Lots of sunshine, though, as we head into the afternoon hours today, mostly, with high temperatures into the upper 30s to low 40s.
Thank you, Derek. While some are traveling, others are getting ready to cook a turkey at home. If you plan to fry your bird, there are some safety rules to follow. This here, video of firefighters in Texas showing us what can happen if you have too much oil in the fryer or if you put a frozen turkey into hot oil. Now, it's not just the turkey to worry about. If you splash water in a pan with hot oil, that can go up in flames too. Firefighters recommend taking precautions.
You don't want to have the fryer too close to a structure. If anything happens, it's going to easily become a structure fire. You do want the oil and the water to never ever mix, so if it does catch fire, don't use water or a hose to put it out, and never keep the cooking stuff unattended.
If a fire does happen, put baking soda on it or smother the flames with a lid. While it's normal to enjoy cocktails during holiday dinner, we know when you do, it's then dangerous to go drive. AAA is giving drivers a lift through its Tow-to-Go service. That service available starting today through Monday. If you can't drive or get a ride, call 855-2-TOW-TO-GO. A tow truck will take you and your vehicle to a safe location. Now, the program is open to both AAA members and non-members, and it is free. However, AAA asks that you treat it as a last resort. A friendly reminder, the Salvation Army of La Crosse is still accepting gifts for the Angel Giving Tree program. You can choose a tag from a tree at the Onalaska and La Crosse Walmarts, Pizza Ranch, and Advanced Auto on Losey Boulevard. Then you shop for the child on the tag. You've got until November 30th to get gifts, put them in a gift bag, and return those presents and the tag to the Salvation Army. If you'd like to volunteer to hand out gifts or maybe prepare some food boxes, you can sign up on the Salvation Army's website. The Salvation Army is also recruiting more bell ringers to tend to their famous red kettles. That campaign incredibly important to their efforts. The donations you make over the holiday season support Salvation Army programs year-round. To sign up to ring some bells, go to registertoring.org.
And as you head out the door this morning, we're at 25 degrees by the 8 o'clock hour with mostly sunny skies. We should be warming up to 37 with lots of sun here by the noon hour. High temperatures reach 42 degrees here today before dropping here by the evening. And at the same time, we'll start to see some evening clouds begin to move in as well.
Not too bad, of course.
Yeah.
We've said earlier in the show, if you're going to travel before 11 a.m. is probably your best bet. Although with travel conditions like that, if you're going within Wisconsin, not too bad, right?
Not too bad. Look out for a slight chance of rain tomorrow, though.
Okay.
Overall, mainly cloudy.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
All right, so Twin Cities, visiting family.
That's where I'm going.
Visiting family in southeast Wisconsin.
There we
We
go.
do not have a morning show tomorrow.
No.
Our entire crew is off, a well-deserved Thanksgiving break. If you're celebrating with family, friends, however you might be celebrating, have a very safe and enjoyable holiday season. For Derek Sibley, I'm Ken Kozarowski saying thanks so much for watching News 8 Now this morning. And again, travel safe today and throughout the weekend. Take care.